The title of the movie we picked to discuss is The Shawshank Redemption. The director was Frank Darabont, the producer was Nikki Marvin, and the writer was Stephen King. In this speech, there will be discussions on how the servant speaker communication concepts apply to the film, the ultimate questions that are brought up, and the media literacy questions that are proposed. What is significant of the movie title? Shawshank is a fictional prison located in the state of Maine, and it tells the story about earning redemption. What value for people do these messages contain? The value of the movie that people should remember is that although the road to redemption is difficult and painful, it is worth the reward in the end. IMDb is well known for its reviews by the audience. It gives a real perspective from a normal movie observer. The Shawshank Redemption having 2,224,416 reviews, with the overall rating of 9.3 stars out of 10. There are many reviews, but here are some that were the most interesting to me. One review said, "Above all else, although Shawshank offers hope not just for the characters in the movie, but for a better life and a better world for all of us." This reviewer wrote as if they had felt a deep connection with the movie even after they had watched it multiple times. It gave them a new feeling or perspective each time they watched it. Another viewer wrote, "Though full of hardened criminals, your heart will go out to these men as they displayed the most basic of human emotions." This viewer was touched by the emotions they felt while watching it. They were heartfelt with the prisoners, though some of them had done crimes. They were also drawn into the story of the characters by the creative themes woven throughout the movie. The last review said, "The best movies are the ones that touch the soul. It takes a movie like The Shawshank Redemption to touch the soul." The viewer didn't care if there were any actions or special effects. They were touched by the meaning and purpose of the movie. Action-packed movies aren't always the best rated because it's the message and emotion that moves the audience. Overview. Andy Dufresne, a successful banker, is falsely accused of murdering his wife and her lover. He is then put into Shawshank prison for the crime and undergoes many of the following hardships: verbal abuse, sexual abuse, and mental abuse. Over the years, Andy became best friends with Red, another fellow prisoner. While at Shawshank prison, he tries to improve the prison by remodeling the library, assist the prison's business records, and help the guards' taxes. Brooks Hatlin, a fellow prisoner and the prison's librarian, had been in prison for most of his life and was released from Shawshank after serving his time. While trying to adjust to the new outside world, Brooks wished to be back at Shawshank. Ultimately, Brooks couldn't handle the transition and committed suicide. Andy proved to the warden and fellow inmates that he was an intelligent and dependable man. Warden Norton enlisted Andy to help him steal money from the prison and put it into a secret account that Andy had made. Tommy, another fellow prisoner, knew the real murderer who killed Andy's wife and her lover. However, before he could testify for Andy, he was murdered by Warden Norton because Andy was making money for him. After this incident, Andy planned to escape the prison by digging a hole through his cell using a little pickaxe to reach a sewage pipe. He would then crawl in the pipe until it reached the end. But before he left, he told Red to go to a certain tree, dig up a box, and meet him in a beautiful Mexican city. Andy was never caught and was able to go to Mexico because he took all the stolen money from the secret account, pretending to be the owner. Red was later released from prison and acquired the box. In the box was money and a letter that would lead Red to meet Andy in the beautiful Mexican city. In conclusion, servant speaker communication concepts, ultimate questions, and media literacy questions pertaining to the Shawshank Redemption are all present and provide a strong structure to the movie. These three articles help frame the movie to be what it is today. It asks the questions of when, why, and how. Andy continued to hope for a better future for himself and Red. Although he was used by people and abused, Andy never gave in to the temptation of quitting on himself. He pushed through his pain and hardships to one day reach his redemption. His reward was freedom in a beautiful paradise with his best friend.